Let's welcome with a huge round of applause all the dignitaries and Mayor of Ahmedabad, Ms. Pratibhaben Jain. I would request the Mayor of Ahmedabad, Ms. Pratibhaben Jain, Mr. Sanjay Grover, Director All India Management Association, Dr. Savan Godiawala, President AMA and Visiting Professor at IIM Ahmedabad, and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, the Vice President of AMA and CEO and MD of Hester Biosciences Limited, to please take the seat. Steve Jobs once said, "Management is about persuading people to do something that they hardly want to, while leadership is about inspiring people to do things they never thought that they would." Hence, strong leadership and management practices are key to achieving long-term sustainability and scalability. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, Aniri Sheth, on behalf of All India Management Association and AMA, welcome you all for the Regional Management Conclave 2025. As part of IMA's Diamond Jubilee celebration in 2017, IMA took up a key initiative to organize the Regional Management Conclaves jointly with its local management association across the country. We welcome you to this edition of Regional Management Conclave, which IMA is organizing jointly with AMA. We are pleased to share that today we also have participation from our local management associations, to name a few, from Baroda, Bharuch, Navsari, and Rajkot, and Indore also. The theme of today's conclave is leadership and management, strategies to sustain, scale, and succeed. The conclave today shall bring together leaders from the industry and academia and young management students. We are privileged to have a most distinguished lineup of speakers, dignitaries, and of course, an eminent audience. Now, I would request Ms. Pratibhaben Jain, Mr. Richard Reiki, Vice Chair, Grant Thornton, India, Mr. Sanjay Grover, Director, All India Management Association, Dr. Savan Godiawala, President, AMA, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, and Executive Director of AMA, Mr. Unmesh Dikshit, to please come up on stage for the lighting of lamp. As per our Indian tradition, we light the lamp to begin any ceremony. So let's have the inaugural ceremony going and mark the inauguration of Regional Management Conclave.
नमस्ते शारदे देवी सरस्वती मतिप्रदे वसत्वं मम जिह्वाग्रे सर्वविद्याप्रदा भव।
Thank you very much. Let's have a huge round of applause for all the dignitaries, which we are ready to embark on the journey of constant learning and inspiring people. Thank you very much. I would request Ms. Pratibhaben Jain, Dr. Savan Godiawala, and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi to please take their seats. Dr. Savan Godiawala. He is an accomplished finance professional with over 32 years of experience in investment banking and financial advisory services. He spent nearly 19 years with Deloitte India and retired as a partner in March 2024. A chartered accountant with a PhD in management, he also holds degrees in law and commerce and is a certified insolvency professional. He has been a visiting professor at IIM Ahmedabad and IIT Gandhinagar. Dr. Godiawala serves as an independent director on the boards of Glenmark Life Sciences Limited and Keresil Limited and is the president of Ahmedabad Management Association. I would now request Dr. Savan Godiawala to please come and welcome the audience and also introduce the chief guest of the conclave.
Thank you, Aneri. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Madam Pratibha Madam, Rajiv Bhai, past presidents, Rekhi Sir, Indira Ben, my other executive council members, members from other associations, Indore, Navsari, Baroda, Bharuch, I'm missing one more, Rajkot. Thanks for coming with the delegations. I was very happy to meet you all this morning. And certainly, ladies and gentlemen, such a happy morning because this is one of the important programs that we do at AMA for many years, and then having it as an under the AIMA banner, the All India Management Association, is always even more pleasure when we have a lot of conferences, but the national AIMA is also involved. AMA, as many of you and most of you would know, is always been part of the as much skilling, reskilling, now we call it unskilling and then reskilling also, that in the new world that it is, that we keep doing as AMA, and we do more than 700 programs every year. So 365 days, 700 programs, some of them running into many days, many months also, because there are diploma programs. We have programs which are in association with California University also, and that's what that has been an endeavor. AMA, of course, is about a legacy that we have ensured that we continue to make sure that we add value to the industry, to the management, to skilling, and to add value in terms of how the citizens and their role in playing at growth of the country, growth of the city, growth of the state, and growth of the industries that happen. So I am very happy that I am here today in front of you at this conference, and the conference is well themed. The theme of the conference today is Leadership and Management Strategies to Sustain, Succeed and Thrive. So, thrive is added by me, succeed and then thrive, because then ultimately the purpose is to thrive. It's just succeed is not going to happen. That's what the new world is. I've always been telling a lot of my students that we all, and Rekhi sir, that as I retired a little early, but I tell my students at IIM Ahmedabad and many other places that I go speak, that the new world is about speed. And speed based on the knowledge. It is not just the capital which is making the new world. So it is the leadership and management which plays a bigger and the biggest role now. And the new guys, that I tell them that you should ideally be planning to retire in 10 to 15 years of your career that you get into, because that's what now the new scope is, the new world is, where you can really, you are in a kind of a turbo engine car that you are driving in the career also, which is possible if you do the relevant things, and right leadership and right management in the business and in the profession that you are. So very happy once again that AMA is hosting this event. I must thank Sanjay is over here. Unfortunately, we could not have Rekha Sethi, but I don't see Sanjay. Sanjay is over here. I must thank AIMA that we could host this conference, and I'm very happy to have the right kind. I got some analytics that we have the right combination of people or participants also today in this program that we have. So leadership, of course, has been one of the important areas. But more than leadership, what I would like to say, before I introduce, of course, our chief guest for the morning inaugural session, I'll give some aspects of the thoughts that I have on the leadership and management and the conclave that we are going to have, the conference that we are going to have today. That the new world is different. A geopolitical uncertainty, now I would call it a certainty. That uncertainty is going to be a certainty. So nobody can say what will happen in next 1 year, 2 year, 3 year because of the uncertainties. We have to live with these uncertainties now forever, and the business we will have to scale, succeed and thrive also in that uncertainty. So this has to be a design of management and leadership that we will have to understand now. The another angle coming into the story is artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence is going to make lot of changes. It cannot take away the jobs. One industrial revolution happened and then the computers came in and so many things happened. It has never reduced the employment or the human values. But the humans naturally will have to skill, rather unskill, in some cases, when reskill in many cases. So many professions, so many businesses, so many shop floor activities are going to change also. The shop floors will need more AI knowledge probably in the smart factories that we are going to see in the future than knowing about exactly how the technologies work. Most of the companies which would be formulations, which would be high tech in terms of their what they have developed as IPs, would more become a mechanical and machine part of it, because it will need to understand what product you ultimately want. And that is where the new world is, and what at AMA we are trying to do is bring in that experts who can say that what is happening in the advanced economies, what is happening with the disruption that is artificial intelligence is going to do, and lot of programs that we do. I was asking our mayor just before a while that whether she has been here before, but I'm happy that she has been here for some events in and out. But we would also like to have the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation involvement as much for adding value to how do we do the management, how do we ensure that the citizens have that what we call it ease of living through the management and leadership skilling that we can do at Ahmedabad Management Association. Certainly when we are talking about sustainability, so this is not just a buzzword. Now we know that this is a no choice word. The sustainability means many more things. It is not just about environment. Sustainability is like, while it is enforced that as a reporting mechanism, the SEBI regulator may say that top 1,000 companies will have to give a BRSR, that's a business responsibility and sustainability reporting. But it is going to percolate down, or rather I would rather say that it is percolated down to so many of the small scale industries also, where their customers, their vendors are going to be talking about what is their sustainable part of the story. So again, I'm in context to AMA, we are very conscious. We are trying to do as much over here. It is not just about preaching that, because with the so many programs that we do, but we also want to practice sustainability at AMA. And that sustainability certainly, like as I was saying, that BRSR reporting was a kind of a compliance thing. I go to so many companies, when I meet the management, they would have said that while I am an unlisted company, I have asked my team to compile a BRSR report. This is something which is not even recommended from any regulator, but then it is a self-driven recommendation that in the management and the boards that is coming up. And this is what we need to do as a culture. The smallest of the person, when he starts saying that whether he is living something in a way where he is trying to contribute, or if not contribute, at least not damage the environment, is the culture and the habits that we'll have to create, whether it is industries, whether it is individuals, or whether it is a normal societal aspects. And what this sustainability that people are now looking at is not just the carbon neutrality, not just the net zero that we are talking about, and which of course there is a now no choice situation for so many regulators that by 2035 you achieve a neutrality, 2050 you achieve a net zero. But then it is also about my positioning in the business, my reputation in the business, my customer finding me the relevant person to be doing that sustainability and adding value to the world, wherein I would also be a preferred vendor, maybe because even though I may be expensive, I am doing the right things to do it. This is the new world which we will see sooner, and I am seeing it in so many cases where more than sustainability also is technology now. Because sustainability will happen as a habit, it will happen as a culture, or if not, it will be enforced as a discipline, it will be enforced as a regulation. But the technology is something which is going to be very important. So every board now today starts talking about what is the innovation that we have done, What is the new development we have done? What are the IPs we have filed? We have an IP lawyer over here in our executive also, and she must be, I'm sure that 100,000 patents were approved last year. Never happened in the history of India. According to me, even 25,000 patents were approved in 1 year. 90 plus thousand patents were filed. So when 100,000 patents are getting approved, we know that we are also in that mindset that yes, there has to be technology in terms of innovation, and that is what is going to drive the world. Now, we are in AMA, we are planning to put up one experience center, which would be kind of a future of technology experience center, and that is also more to give back to the society, to the industries, that they can come and do some innovation, some experiments over here using that technology, that future of technology, and implement in their factories, and then take that. So that is also one initiative that our board has taken, that what we are doing. Very important part of sustainability is also giving back to the society. Sometimes we feel giving back to the society, and as it is branded, as it is not only branded but provision of the Companies Act 2013, it is corporate social responsibility. But we feel that's an expense, that is something which is down the drain. But that is actually now seen as creating an ecosystem. When you go and save that trees by contributing to that NGO which is helping environment sustain reforestation. I was on an NGO at CEE last month, where I was speaking on what is the initiatives taken by corporates. And I heard from a very senior forest person coming from the ministry, he said that we have added forests in this country, though we are minus by some huge percentage, but we have not gone down. Now these are indirect benefits which are certainly going to come to a lot of companies, industries, and the way the behavior happens and the way the business happens. It creates ecological balance, which will also create in future demand. So a long-term perspective, but the CSR, whether it is the one person was saying that we are going to contribute to sports, and sports that we as normally the layman here will feel in this country that it is a neglected area. But sports needs a lot of investments, and when the CSR goes into sports, apart from, of course, women upliftment, apart from the environmental direct initiatives, etc., is going to be helping the businesses also succeed, because it is creating a holistic environment. That's what I see as sustainability. And today's session, I am sure there would be other speakers who would be talking about sustainability and the different facets of sustainability. Diversity, one of the very important initiatives, right? And we have, fortunately at AMA at least, our all committees are 25% or plus of the women in the committees. So we have ensured, but we are also seeing that a lot of companies which are advanced companies which have outlook of international outlook, they have a very serious initiative where diversity becomes an important role. And diversity is very important. There is no choice that or no reason that why should not there be a diversity, and going beyond diversity, even inclusion. There was a specific agenda in our company also, that how many of the physically disabled people who are otherwise eligible for the role are also included in the business. So that inclusion, this is all what we'll have to create as a mindset for all of us. And that mindset has to percolate, not only percolate from the multinational corporations to the family businesses. Family businesses run this country more than the multinationals and professionally managed corporates. So family businesses are conscious sustainability and to succeed and to thrive. While earlier in the times there were many families which have gone into difficulties because of undefined roles and responsibilities, today we are seeing that the families are also ensuring that the roles, responsibilities of even the family members are very clearly well defined, and that family businesses are driving much better, much smoother, and progressing faster than most of the companies. And they are, I would not use the word, but maybe for want of any other word, threat to even the multinationals, that these family businesses, and we have so many examples in this country who are doing so well in their progress, growth, and that they can really succeed if just by adopting certain practices. And that practice is the best of both the world that they have. One, system driven, professional driven, role and responsibility driven practices along with a good family culture. They still have the emotional part of it, which otherwise would lack in as pure professional multinational corporation. And of course, for this succeed, as I said, the speed is the new world. 10 minutes you order some bread and it comes to your house. How in the world was that even in a dream? You go and buy the bread, come back will be 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. And today in the new world, that quick commerce is a reality. Every part of every metros, every cities that we are seeing, that would have to be there in the businesses also. Now it is not, as I always tell the businesses, that planning is very important, but it is the action which is more important. You get into the action, you have to plan for a bit, but action more, learn from your mistakes from the action. But speed is no, because there is certainly somebody, some business which is overtaking you sooner than later if you are not at the speed that you are. A lot of companies are quite positive in terms of now how do we grow. Lot, especially when I'm talking about the homegrown companies, most of the businesses in India were bootstrapped all life. They have grown out of their own capital, out of their own perseverance, out of their own risks that they have taken. They have made money, they've kept on putting money in the business. But now in the world, new world, we are seeing so many lined up investors also. And that lined up investors also add lot of value, and that is all about the growth. If I'm reaching, say, X percentage of my growth within next 5 years, but if that investor coming in helping me to scale up, when I reach there at 3 years, then it makes sense now, which is what now the new management, new leadership also understands, that it is not about control, it is about how the growth. If you do not grow, certainly there is going to be an issue that you will believe that, of course, Dhirubhai Ambani used to write, growth is life, and that certainly growth is life. Without growth, the businesses would have certainly, and stagnancy is death, as we have been always knowing and talking about in the world. The last couple of points before I end this, everything is about branding. And I take it, even Mr. Rekhi, in my team, I used to tell my team guys that I don't want you to use just the company brand, I want you guys to become the brand. And you will become the brand, both of us will benefit, the company also and you also. You will become the brand. Now it is not about blowing trumpets and writing some hoardings. You will become the brand when you do something worthwhile in terms of knowledge. So knowledge has become a bigger power in the new world than any capital or any positioning, any reputation, any 4 generations doing the business and thinking that we have arrived in the business because we have this background. So if that knowledge is rightly used, then you can have brand as your people, you can have brand as your reputation, and then naturally if you have a brand, if you are in a branded business, so brand is a much larger connotation, much wider import in terms of a concept that I see now in the leadership or management space that we have to do. We have to create branded people in our organizations also. We have to give them that luxury or that leeway or that flexibility of how they can create eminence, how they can go and learn, how can they go and teach, how can they write papers in the journals of the right industry, etc. And of course, to end, I would certainly say that very important is transparency. The new world is not going to take you because somewhere some diligence fellow is going to find out if you have undisclosed any information that you would have in the scope of transparency. Disclosure is the new reality for you to ensure that your reputation and your growth is intact. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me for my inaugural, and once again I welcome you to this conference at AMA. We are very excited to have you. We would have a lot of knowledge sessions during the day, many plenaries happening during the day, best of the speakers who are going to give us insights. And now I will request Madam, but before I request the Madam, I would introduce Madam. Pratibha Madam. Firstly, Pratibha Madam, thank you so much for coming to Ahmedabad Management Association for inaugurating this conference. Pratibha Yogesh Kumar Jain is a mayor of Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation and represents Ward 16 Shahibag. She has a degree in political science and committed to public service since her college years, actively participating in initiatives of Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad. 2010 to 2016, she had a key role in Bharatiya Janata Party. Her journey in civic administration began way back in 2010 as a councillor, and then she has held many key positions. She was re-elected in 2015 from the constituency Shahibag, and she was elected again and led the Slum and Road Development Committee before assuming the office as a mayor in 2023 on September 9/11. And then beyond politics, and she has done something worthwhile, disrupting the 9/11, taking the 9/11/23. Beyond politics, she is involved in many social and religious programs, including Jito and Geo, where with her dedication and leadership, she has earned the trust of people. And certainly we all are very happy with the activities that she is doing, and the Ahmedabad city growing in her being the helm of affairs. Madam, may I request you to please give us some insights. Thank you.
मंच पर उपस्थित अहमदाबाद मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट सावन जी गोडियावाला, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट राजीव जी गांधी और उपस्थित समस्त सम्मान्य अतिथिगण, उद्योग जगत के प्रतिष्ठित महानुभाव, युवा और इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित सभी सम्मानित अतिथिगण को मेरा सादर प्रणाम, साथ में नमस्कार। सबसे पहले तो मुझे आज यहाँ पर AIMA के रीजनल मैनेजमेंट कॉन्क्लेव में उपस्थित होकर मुझे बहुत ही गर्व महसूस हो रहा है। और यह जो मैनेजमेंट है ये केवल अहमदाबाद में ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे गुजरात के व्यापार और उद्योग की साहसिकता में एक प्रमुख स्थान रखता है। और यह संस्थान वर्षों से नेतृत्व और प्रबंधन के क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्टता को बढ़ावा देता आ रहा है। इसके लिए मैं अहमदाबाद मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन के समस्त पदाधिकारीगण और समस्त टीम को बहुत बहुत अभिवादन करती हूँ, धन्यवाद देती हूँ, अभिनंदन देती हूँ। साथ ही साथ में सबसे पहले मैं यहाँ पर युवान भी उपस्थित है और महिलाएं भी उपस्थित है और हमारे सभी सम्मानित महानुभाव तो उपस्थित है ही है। तो 8 मार्च कल अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिन है, उसके लिए मैं समस्त नगरजनों को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिन की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ और उपस्थित समस्त नारी शक्ति को वंदन करती हूँ, अभिनंदन करती हूँ। वैसे तो अपन सभी जानते ही हैं अहमदाबाद हर हमेशा एक सभी लोगों के लिए अवसरों का केंद्र रहता है और जहां अपने सपनों को साकार करने की आकांक्षा रखते हैं भारत के कोने कोने से लोग यहां आते हैं और गुजरात से भारत तथा भारत से विश्व तक अपनी पहचान बनाते हैं। यह प्रवाह निरंतर जारी रहता है जिससे ज्ञान, उद्यमशीलता का आपस में आदान प्रदान होता है। ऐसे में प्रभावी नेतृत्व और कुशल प्रबंधन रणनीतियों और हमारे आर्थिक और सामाजिक विकास की आधारशिला बन जाती है। विशेष रूप से महिलाओं और युवाओं की भागीदारी इस परिवर्तन को और अधिक सार्थक बनाती हैं क्योंकि वे नए नए दृष्टिकोण, ऊर्जा के साथ समाज और उद्योग दोनों में सकारात्मक बदलाव लाने की क्षमता रखते हैं। हमें ये सुनिश्चित करना होगा कि महिलाओं को नेतृत्व के अधिक अवसर मिले और युवा पीढ़ी को उद्यमिता की ओर प्रेरित किया जाए और यह आयोजन न केवल नेतृत्व और प्रबंधन की आधुनिकीकरण नीतियों पर विचार विमर्श का अवसर प्रदान करता है, बल्कि यह हमें इस बात पर भी चिंतन करने के लिए प्रेरित करता है कि जैसे अभी सर ने भी कहा कि कैसे सस्टेनेबिलिटी, स्केल और सक्सेस के माध्यम से संगठनों और समाज को आगे ले जा सकते हैं, और यही हमारा जो इसका जो परिणाम होता है उससे हम समाज, घर, परिवार और उससे आगे राष्ट्र के निर्माण में भी अपना सहयोग देते हैं। आज इस मंच पर हमारे साथ कई प्रतिष्ठित व्यक्तित्व उपस्थित हैं जिनका अनुभव और दृष्टिकोण हम सभी को प्रेरणा देता रहता है और इन अग्रणी विशेषज्ञों से सीखने का अवसर भी मिलेगा। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत वैश्विक मंचों पर अपनी मजबूत उपस्थिति दर्ज करा रहा है। उनकी दूरदृष्टि और सशक्त नेतृत्व ने भारत को एक उद्यमशीलता केंद्र में परिवर्तित कर दिया है। मेक इन इंडिया हो, स्टार्टअप इंडिया हो या आत्मनिर्भर भारत जैसे पहल भारत की नेतृत्व क्षमता को उजागर करता है। वह भी हमारे सबके लिए बहुत ही गौरव की बात है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री हमारी गुजरात की धरती से हैं और हम सभी को इसके लिए बहुत ही गौरवान्वित होना चाहिए कि आज देश जिस गति से प्रगतिशील बन रहा है, विकास हो रहा है चारों तरफ, और उसमें हम प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में और हम सबका भी उसमें बहुत बड़ा योगदान और सहयोग है, उसके लिए हमें बहुत ही गौरवान्वित होना चाहिए। हमारे शहर और संस्थान के लिए एक और गौरव की बात यह है कि अहमदाबाद मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन की स्थापना डॉक्टर विक्रम साराभाई ने की थी, जो भारत के अंतरिक्ष कार्यक्रम के भी जनक थे। उनकी सोच, वैज्ञानिक दृष्टि और उनके नेतृत्व ने न केवल भारत को स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी में नई ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचाया है, बल्कि उन्होंने यह भी सिद्ध किया कि एक प्रभावशाली नेतृत्व कैसे संस्थानों और समाज की दिशा बदल सकता है। उन्हीं की प्रेरणा से यह संस्थान वर्षों से नेतृत्व और प्रबंधन की नई ऊंचाइयों को छूता आ रहा है। तो आज के दिन हम उनको भी याद करते हैं और वह ऐसा कहा जाए कि जिनके द्वारा स्थापना हुई हो वो हमारे लिए हर हमेशा प्रेरणा का स्रोत रहते हैं। यह सम्मेलन न केवल नेतृत्व और प्रबंधन को समझने का मंच है, बल्कि एक ऐसा स्थान है जहाँ विचारों का आदान प्रदान होता है, नए दृष्टिकोण विकसित होते हैं और हम सब मिलकर एक बेहतर भविष्य की रूपरेखा तैयार करते हैं। मैं ऑल इंडिया मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन और अहमदाबाद मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन के इस महत्वपूर्ण आयोजन के लिए बधाई देती हूँ और आशा करती हूँ कि यह सम्मेलन सभी प्रतिभागियों के लिए ज्ञानवर्धक और प्रेरणादायक साबित होगा। मैं एक बात अभी मैं कहना चाहूँगी कि આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં બોલીશ કે આપણે અહીંયા અમદાવાદમાં જે વરસાદમાં પાણી ભરાવાની સમસ્યા થાય છે અને આ સમસ્યાના નિવારણ માટે અમદાવાદ મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશન દ્વારા એક નઈ પહેલ કરવામાં આવી રહી છે। એમાં કે દરેકે દરેક સોસાયટીમાં કે ભવન હોય કે ઓફિસ હોય જે હોય એમાં એક ખંભાતી કૂવો બનાવી શકાય। તો એ અમે પ્રયાસ કરી રહ્યા છીએ કે એના લીધે કે પર્કોલેટિંગ વેલ નાખી અને જ્યારે વરસાદ આવે ત્યારે પાણીનું સંગ્રહ એમાં આ ખંભાતી કૂવામાં ત્યાં થઈ જાય। એનાથી જલ સંગ્રહ પણ થાય અને સાથે સાથે જે પાણી ભરાવાની સમસ્યા હોય, જે વોટર લોગિંગ સ્પોટ છે એ ઓછા થાય। તો તમે અને અમે આપણે સૌએ સાથે મળીને એમાં કંઈક વિચાર કરીને એમાં સફળ થઈએ એ હું આશા રાખું છું। અને બીજી એક સમસ્યા આપણા આ શહેરની સૌથી મોટી સમસ્યા ટ્રાફિકની છે। દબાણના લીધે ટ્રાફિક બહુ થાય છે। એના માટે અમે વેન્ડિંગ પોલિસીની પણ કરી રહ્યા છે કે એનાથી જે નાના જે લારી ગલ્લાવાળા જે રોડ પર ઊભા રહે છે એમને 100-200 મીટરની જ્યાં પણ અમને જે કંઈક પ્લોટ મળે કે જે કોઈક નાની જગ્યાઓ મળે તો એ જગ્યા લઈ અને એમને વૈકલ્પિક વ્યવસ્થા આપી અને એ પણ સમસ્યાનું નિરાકરણ માટે અમે પ્રયાસ કરી રહ્યા છે. તો આપ સૌનો પણ એમાં સાથ અને સહકાર મળે એ હું તેવી આશા રાખું છું. અને આજના આ અહેમદાબાદ એસોસિએશનને ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન પાઠવું છું. સૌનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. વંદે માતરમ. જય જય ગઢવી ગુજરાત. ભારત માતા કી જય. ધન્યવાદ.
Thank you very much, Mia ma'am, for your insightful words and showing the solutions for the problems that this city is facing. Thank you for your precious time. I would request Dr. Savan, Godiawala and Mr. Rajiv Gandhi to please felicitate our chief guest and present a memento. Thank you so much. Okay, sure. Thank you for your time. Let's applaud once again Mayor of Ahmedabad. Now I will invite Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, Vice President of AMA and CEO and MD of Hester Biosciences Limited, to deliver the concluding remarks. But before that, let me introduce you, sir. Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, a first-generation entrepreneur, is the driving force behind Hester Biosciences Limited, Asia's largest single-location animal vaccine and health products manufacturing company. A commerce graduate from Bombay University, he began his career in 1985 with a proprietary firm in Mumbai before establishing Hester Biosciences in Ahmedabad. Under his leadership, the company expanded its operation to Nepal and Tanzania. Under his leadership, the company expanded not only just in Nepal and Tanzania, but many other countries, and they also hold, Mr. Gandhi holds key positions in industry bodies, including chairman of FICCI, Gujarat State Chapter, vice president of AMA, and member of the National Advisory Committee for Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Government of India. So with these words, let me invite Mr. Rajiv Gandhi to give the concluding remarks of the inaugural ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. What greater pride and happiness can we have today to have this IMA AMA Regional Management Conclave in the land of entrepreneurs, in the land of successful business people, professionals, etc. So it's indeed a great honor, pleasure today for all of us sitting over here. It is an honor to address you at this prestigious IMA conference hosted at Ahmedabad Management Association. This platform unites visionary leaders, industry experts, and change makers to discuss strategies for sustainable growth, scalability, and long-term success. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speakers for their invaluable insights. Honorable Mayor Srimati Pratibhaben Jain emphasized resilience and forward-thinking leadership in governance. My sincere appreciation also goes to Mr. Savan Godiawala, President AMA, for his continued dedication to impactful discussions on leadership and management. He gave a lot of insights today on various aspects of management. Leadership is not authority. It is more about responsibility. It is also about vision, adaptability, the ability to inspire change, and above all, to create more leaders. In a world of rapid technological advancements and economic uncertainties, effective leadership is more critical than ever. IMA has long been at the forefront of shaping India's management and leadership landscape, and AMA is privileged to host this esteemed gathering. To set the track for today's conclave, as we move further through the day, each session will deepen our understanding of essential leadership insights. Mr. Sanjay Kirloskar will highlight the critical role of sustainability initiatives in driving long-term impacts. Miss Sundri Nanda, will explore fostering diversity and inclusion, shaping strong, inclusive organizations. Mr. Richard Reiki and Mr. Yash Shah will discuss leadership's role in shaping India's future, offering perspectives on innovation and governance. Mr. Nishant Behel, Mr. Rajat Muna, and Mr. Abhishek Desai will take us through embracing changes in the digital age, preparing us for an evolving world. Besides that, a battery of AMA members who will also touch upon various topics today. Bringing all these perspectives together, we will be honored to have Shri Jagdish Bhai Vishwakarma, Minister of State, Government of Gujarat and MLA Nicole constituency, share his insights on leadership, offering valuable lessons on growth, innovation, and creating a lasting impact on industries, the economy, and on our society. This conclave is designed to equip you with foresight to anticipate change, the ability to empower people, and the integrity to lead with trust and accountability. Let us make the most of these insights and commit to building a sustainable, inclusive and resilient future. Let us lead with purpose, inspire and integrity, and build a future that thrives on resilience and collaboration. Thank you. We all look forward for the great day today.